Hello and welcome to this ChunkBuild special, guys, where I'm going to show you how we can build a medieval village with the help of our previous medieval chunk builds, our medieval rural chunk builds. So yeah, we're standing at the town square here. We're surrounded by our little huts and workshops, and I've added this well thing. And I've added one chunk that you can download as well. You will find it in the description. And also in the description, guys, you will find all of these little huts and workshops, but without the border. So that they are easier for you to use in your own world. So yeah, we're just gonna have a little walk around in the village and just have a little look. I've done a fair bit of terraforming or landscaping, but I haven't done tons of detailing, so I wanted to keep it fairly simple here, just so that it's sort of easy for you to imagine that you can do it yourself. But if I were to do this myself, or continue to do this myself, I would add a ton of details such as grass, rocks, sugarcane along the river, and so on and so forth. I thought first of all we should have a look at the entirety of the village from above. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, there's there's 8 or 9 of our builds plus the farms. So you can see there's 5 of those farms. And well, maybe we should have a look at them first, because they are like the new addition here. Now in the medieval times, they would have had common farms that were open to everybody. However, each year they each got a share that depended on how wealthy or important they were of the actual land. So that's why I've divided them up like this. It's not exactly how they did divide them up. They were less obvious than this, but you know, it works for Minecraft, and it sort of drives home the point that each house has one of these sections as their own. But they would have, you know, they would have sowed and tilled and harvested all together as a group. But then they would have divided up the produce basically on the individual households. Also, they would have helped each other out. So if you know, if this guy's little share just completely failed, they would have to some extent made sure that they didn't starve too much, assuming the others didn't fail. We have one furrier or leather worker in the village, and we have over here up on the hill one blacksmith as well. Now actually, to be fair, the blacksmith wouldn't have been existing in this little village normally. Because a blacksmith is a fairly big deal actually, and they would have normally existed in a village with maybe 100 to 200 inhabitants, and this village has around 30. But you know, we can make some allowances for historical accuracy. Other than that, the important thing here is that the houses are the same that we have had in the chunk builds, and you can see how they are sitting in the landscape. They're sitting fairly nicely in the landscape. It's kind of, even with this kind of rudimentary landscaping, it's kind of not that obvious that this is a chunk build that I have just placed in the world, which makes me happy. That makes me very happy. We have all the variants here of the huts. So this is the T-shaped hut, this is the normal standard hut, and I think this might be the L-shaped hut. No, that's not a normal one. I'm sure there is an L-shaped one, yeah, down here by the... Here is one. And this I think is my favorite one actually. So there, that's that. Now the other big thing to think about is that as soon as you add the furrier, you have to think about water. And honestly, I mean, I've only done very rudimentary stuff with this thing here. Honestly though, when you build a village, you should think about water anyways. So any builds that you can conceive that would have water, you have to think about them first. Now the thing with the furriers or tannery is that it's kind of a smelly business. So I placed it in the outskirts of the village, and presumably the tanner themselves is there, and so on. So I think that's about it, guys. I think we have proven the point that these builds they provide you with an opportunity to make your own modular medieval village. And I think that before too long we're going to return to the medieval theme and make even more of these things, so that you can make sort of other styles of villages as well, and so on. But for now, guys, I hope you enjoyed this ChunkBuild special. If you did, remember to leave a like and leave me a comment as well. It's much appreciated, guys, okay? And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, because I do quite a lot of these chunk builds, but I can't really tell you when they will come out, so kind of random in their schedule, but fairly frequent. So subscribing is the best way to keep track of them, basically. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!